This morning I read a piece by Dr. Stacey Patton, and there's a sentence in it that struck me so much that I wrote it down. She said, "Questioning has always been part of the sacred conversation between humanity and the divine." I grew up in an area that's saturated in American evangelicalism, and the lesson you learn there is that questions aren't really welcome, only obedience and faith is. Fortunately, my sister and I grew up with parents who loved to read and who encouraged us in reading and didn't try to force us down any particular pathway with regards to religion. I didn't expand my reading until I got into my late 20s and early 30s. It was only then that I started reading nonfiction for fun, because it was interesting. I started looking into topics that I wanted to know more about. It's amazing how much your mind expands when you start learning new concepts and exposing yourself to new ideas. And when you allow yourself to begin questioning some of the ideas that you always just thought were reality. Omar Akkad released a book last year called "One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This." It's a beautiful and difficult book, as it talks about a horrible subject of Israel committing genocide. The literary critic Northrop Frye once said all art is metaphor, and a metaphor is the grammatical definition of insanity. What art does is meet us at the site of our insanity, our derangement, the plainly irrational mechanics of what it means to be human. There comes from this, then, at least a working definition of a soul, one's capacity to sit with the mysteries of a thing that cannot in any rational way be understood, only felt, only moved through. And sometimes that thing is so grotesque, what we do to one another so grotesque, that sitting with it feels an affront to the notion of art as a conduit of beauty. Still, sit. Sit.